true and faithful relation of what passed for many years between Dr. John Dee and some spirits, 1659, Meric Casaubon. It's in their holy place in Praga, February 5th, Tuesday, 10 in the morning. Dee said, Orationibus finitus eo speculater pro misericordia divina super nos tres, Albertus Lasky, Edwardus Kelly, Johannes D. ad adjus honorem laudem eo gloriam. Edward Kelly said, he is here now. He said, Gloria Patre, etc. And the entity said, Woe be unto the world, for she hath appeared before the Lord unpure. Woe be unto the sons of men, for they are the dwelling places of the beast. Woe be unto the seed of the earth, and unto the seed within her, for she is touched with fire from on high, and is trod under the feet of the highest. Who is he that girdeth his sword unto him? Or what is he that is ready for the battle? Such as have forsaken the Lord, and are run astray, and hath placed himself with the scornful. Great sorrow is at hand unto all flesh. The just shall be trodden down, and the street shall bear witness of them. For there is a battle proclaimed in heaven, and the God of hosts hath put on his armor, and is become a fire of wrath. Now cometh the time that such as forte, it's blurred, such as sort, fear not God, shall fall down headlong, and such as have been lifted up run astray and down wilfully. Happy is he that endureth and appeareth a laborer before the Lord, for he shall enter into his holy hill, and shall be crowned with the victory. Such as God covereth, they fly from him. Yea, such as serve at his tables become his enemies. What therefore shall I say? I make seed, but I reap it not. I build, but I enjoy not. In the margin we have fames, juste, apprimentur bellum. Dee said, Be merciful unto us, O God, and help our frailty, purge our filthiness, and create a clean heart in us, and so on. Then Dee continued, The sinner knocketh, and is heard, but he that is just entereth, for into the sanctuary of the Lord no unclean thing cometh, for being cleansed they are near. He that is a prophet or an apostle or a servant called by the mouth of the Lord, and so separated from the rest, let him do his duty, first that he make himself clean before the Lord, and then may he hear and sit in judgment against the impure and unjust, and may see the works and wonders of the Lord in his holy place. Laborovas ad nauseam. Edward Kelly said, he is gone. D in the margin, that triangle means D, make clean first. D said, after an hour we had discoursed together, I fell to this prayer. O Lord, thou hast heard our conferences, discourses, and resolutions. O God, be our comfort, and reconcile these repugnancies a purpose, so as it may appear that thou art the merciful Father, the almighty and living God, the creator of all things being, and that thy promises made in mercy and favor shall not with man's frailty be overthrown or hindered. Manifest thy power and glory to us herein, that thy prophecies may come to light, to the end and purpose of thy wisdom and power may work thy own honor and glory. So be it. Edward Kelly said, Now, sir, where are you? And he said, Here I am, the servant of God. And I guess it's D responding, Unus vestrum vocatus est hujus negotiae minister. And then he said, Alter pure. D said, Egator ad impliat ministerium puer autem humile eose ministerio. Then he said, Understand that. D said, I remember the old parable told us of a man naked who clothed himself with leaves, and of a child and a whale, and so on. 1584, April 21st, Cracovia. And the margin, Parabola de Sine Undo il Puero Supid. So the male child, Puero. Then he said, Hear my counsel and follow it. Wonderful and great are the secrets and judgments of God's determination to come, which are already leased and gathered into your bosom. They are great and true, and are like unto the rainbow, which the sun maketh by the aptness of the matter and place, that showeth itself suddenly, and many behold it. So shall the harvest of this doctrine, when the vial is run, and the world receiveth disposition, show himself wonderful and terrible to all nations. But if the matter agree not with the weakness of your understanding and palpable blindness, repine not, neither murmur, but pray that you may have the Spirit of God to understand, that your eyes may be open. The prophet, so he saw, but his boy did not. But the prophet praying, the boy's eyes were opened. These mysteries are delivered and taught to a minister apt for them through the grace and foreknowledge of God, wherein he hath blessed thee. Unto thee is joined the dignity of this man's vessel, which ministereth unto thee as a servant. He, therefore, is not part of the labor, but part of thy knowledge. Kelly, true it is that this rain falleth out at thy request, but lo, thou art let into the garden, and art preferred before all others, as a gatherer, that the wonders of the Lord may be finished in his house. Therefore, seeing thou art let in as a servant, and not as a judge, lay judgment aside, and do thy duty. So shall it come to pass that the minister through thee shall be satisfied, as through the labor of a necessary, and thou through thee satisfied shall be satisfied also. In the mean season gather thyself together, fear God truly and humbly, go home unto thy mother, endeavor thyself to know things necessary for man's understanding, whereby thou shalt be apter to judge, and to take part with the Spirit of God, I promise thee, if thou do so, that the spirit of understanding and all human knowledge and divine sufficiently for thy profession, calling, and creation multiply upon thee. And in the margin we have Consitium, a simile of the rainbow, very apt. D. Regum Deb 4, chapter 4, C. Brezus, D. Kelly Mirabilia, die, our own judgment is to be laid aside. D. Through Edward Kelly, be satisfied. Ad Ecclesiam Catholicum Matrem Omnium Fidelium Redundum Est. D. In Ecclesia Catholica, a promise to Edward Kelly of great importance. Albert Lasky, non apparet in conspectus honorum. Albert Lasky, Macum bonum angelum jam sibe habet retictum mabuit 21 ultrimum concilium sigillum foederis 3 dots. He said zib dot 2 in sigillo die. He said, I presume not to interrupt your discourse of matter, but as we are knit with the Lord Albert Lasky in league friendship for the service of God, so doth charity and the order of our affairs require that somewhat we should understand of his present estate, and so on. Then he said, cast pride away and be humble, for he that hath an humble spirit knoweth much. I guess it's D showing et cum perfecte es ab illo quare ipse te informabit video eo circumpicio fed non video asci. He said, O Lord, what is this? What is this, O Lord? And he said, sedum posuit Satanas in cor et jus eo neglexit mandata die. Qua dixe ficeritis fiat vobis sin minus fiat vobis sed bona mihi. He said, give me leave to speak, I pray you. It's probably cat. And he said, Fio Aquendo Macker. He said, if Lasky fall, upon whom so much of our worldly doings is grounded, as the housekeeping still in Cracovia, in hire for a year, and so on, how shall we supply the wants, and so on. Then he said, Sececederit statu. And unicum habet Albertus Lasky a coelho secum relictum, but iniquity and negligence causeth him of Volare also, of 21, This is the last. And he said, O Lord, 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 have mercy upon us. Then he said, Consider this last counsel, for I can counsel you no more. As your sight is, so shall you sock me, set me, that makes more sense. He said, I beseech you, let me know your name, if it shall not offend you to ask. He said, Sum sanctissime sigilli foederis centrum. He said, Are you the same that is about the cross and the center? I. What? And D said, Then you are Levanael. Leva relinqua sed non tessero, triple dot thing. Edward Kelly said, He is gone. And he said, Gloria laus honor Deo nostro omnipotente. Amen. In previous left out phrases, we have stuff about the fear of the Lord, victory being theirs, pouring out prayers, and mercy in light of truth coming back. Stuff about riddles, wanting to recognize the philosopher's stone, the mysteries being shown the previous day, wanting the explanation of that, doing their duty, setting the light, reference to the abyss, the divine blow, the ability to